I've got a few more moments to kind of just share with you about this podcast so you can kind of understand why I have started this podcast. First of all, is to be able to talk to all my people who are part of the ImagineX Africa movement and community. Got to chat to them and kind of inspire them and continue to give them some sort of encouragement and hope and whatnot, and just stay connected with everybody. But the other reason is in the very name of this podcast, Dreamers and Doers. Let me ask you a question. What do you think you are? Do you think that you're a dreamer, or do you believe that you are a doer? What's the difference? A dreamer is somebody who's kind of like a visionary. A dreamer is a visionary, somebody who thinks ahead, somebody who has a dream, who has plans, who's able to write down all the plans and put it all together and have a vision and put it all together. But they struggle to execute. But a doer is really good at executing. They'll start this new business here today and start another one here tomorrow and whatnot. But the problem with the doer is that they often find themselves stuck because they don't know why they're running. So let me ask you again, what do you think you are? Do you think that you are a dreamer? Are you more of a dreamer, or are you more of a doer? And this podcast is about, first of all, getting the dreamers to do and getting the doers to dream. That is what pretty much, or everything we're going to be talking about. We're going to be helping you and understanding that whether you're a dreamer, whether you're a doer, the key thing is that you strengthen both. And that's how you're going to be successful. All right? Because in Africa, we've got a lot of dreamers. And I know we have a lot of doers. And those doers are the hustlers. But being able to strengthen the weaker end of who you are. So if you're a dreamer, the weaker end of who you are is the doing part. So my goal is to strengthen that part that you're weak at. And if you're a dreamer, my goal is to strengthen the part of the dreamer. So we are here to inspire you, to encourage you, so that you can be every single thing that you were created to be. And help yourself, help your family, and help your community, and help your nation. Because that's what pretty much we are all about here at ImagineX. And this podcast will be pretty much that. It will just be me just having a chat with you. I might be able to get some guests, but for now, I'm not really thinking that much ahead. I'm just here to talk to you. I'm just here to inspire you. But yeah, that's pretty much who we are. That's who I am. That's what ImagineX is. And that's what this very podcast is. And I'm very, very excited about this. Make sure you let me know, like, what is it that you need help in. That, what topics can we talk about, and what are some things that we can kind of share together. I'm not an expert in any way, but I think I'm pretty good at having a conversation. I think I'm good at starting a conversation. I'm good at kind of giving you my 2 cents and getting you to think a little bit. I was actually telling my wife after one of our seminars that I did, and I'm like, man, I think I'm pretty good at this. Not necessarily out of pride, but I'm like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm able to start these conversations. I'm pretty good at that. I don't think I know it all. I don't think I know everything, but I think I'm pretty good at starting conversations. And so that's who we are. That's who I am, And yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. And I hope you'll be able to join in and help us make this happen. I'm really, really excited. You don't know how excited I am. And by the way, make sure if you're here, if you're listening, to be able to kind of help us with this journey, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share. If you got people in the diaspora, hey, diaspora friends, and I'm sure you know what diaspora means, but my diaspora friends, please let us connect. Let us connect. I'm hoping to create something for you guys. Maybe even build a community around those in the diaspora so we can inspire them to make change in Africa. I hope we can be able to do that. I've had that in my heart ever since we started with Tanzania. Probably what I might have to do first before we even launch a new country is that we have a chat with the diaspora guys and see, hey, how can we connect? How can we build a community around you wherever you are in the world? If you are an African anywhere in the world, how we can get together and talk about how to make change. And here's the thing for me. I've been in so many forums. I'm telling you, I've been even in those Pan-African forums. I've been in seminars, online seminars. Even professors and doctors that I respect in the Pan-African world. But and I have nothing to criticize about them. But here's the truth. We can be really, really, really good at talking. We can be really, really good at discussing the issues of Africa. We can be really, really, really good at discussing what's wrong with the way things are running. And also we can be really, really good at dreaming. That's one of the reasons why I call this podcast the Dreamers and Doers, because we gotta stop dreaming. No, not stop dreaming. We gotta stop just dreaming. But how can we get to a point where we just do? So I've been in so many forums, but we just talk. What excites me the most is when I see those movements, run projects and do something. And for me, I'm not a talker much. This podcast will be pretty much the only time I'll get to just yap. This will be the only time that I'll just get to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But I am telling you, behind the scenes we're doing something. Behind the scenes we are training people. Behind the scenes we are coaching people. Behind the scenes we are building forums and communities. Behind the scenes we are investing into businesses. Behind the scenes we are investing into people and seeing them thrive. So this podcast is pretty much my chance for me to just talk and talk and talk and talk, and you'll be able to hear my heart on what I think about certain issues. But it's time to just stop talking, and it's time to just stop having a plan, but actually execute that plan. That's why I'm excited about this name. I hope you can join me in becoming a dreamer and a doer. I hope you can join me. I am very, very, very excited. And I know whether you are in the diaspora, whether you are in Africa, or whether you are an international friend. Let me explain those labels. Those are labels that I've kind of like created to help me kind of categorize people in a sense. So you've got my African friends, those who are in Africa. But also you've got those in the diaspora. Those in the diaspora, those Africans who were born in Africa, or the descendants of Africans who are outside of Africa, in the West or anywhere in the world. And my international friends, let me tell you who my international friends are. My international friends are those people who are not African, but are really passionate about Africa and seeing Africa thrive. I read a book. I think it's right here. Where is it? Oh, where's the book? There's a book that I read. It's called Africa to the Rest. I forgot who the author is, but he's a guy from Ghana. Africa to the Rest, and it really talks about how because of certain amazing statistics about Africa, that if we were in the diaspora or in the international community will be able to invest our time and invest our energy and our resources in Africa, there will be something that would happen from Africa as a hub and really serve the rest of the world. Whether it's technology, whether it's business, whether it's education, there is so much that Africa has to offer that I think that we are missing out on. So yeah, Africa to the rest. I'll double check that book and maybe put it in the description for you to have a look. But yeah, I'm all about the talk. I'm all about the action instead of the talk. I'm good to talk. I want to talk, and I've had so many conversations with so many different people about what's happening in Africa and how we can serve Africa and what the issues of Africa. And I've been to a few African countries, and look, yeah, there's some issues there. But in order for us to think beyond that, we have to be problem solvers. My very first seminar was about finding your why. And I spoke about the difference between a builder and a critic. Now, a builder and the critic, they are passionate about the same thing. I'll give you an example. You've got a chef and you've got the food critic. They're both truly passionate about food. You've got your pastor and you've got your church critic, somebody who goes on YouTube and criticizes the church. Both are passionate about the same thing. But the only difference is, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a builder, or are you just going to be complaining about the very thing that you're truly passionate about? There's a deep passion that both the chef and the food critic has. And that is, oh my goodness, I love food so much. And the one who chooses to cook is the builder. And the one that chooses to complain is the critic. So which one are you going to be? So that's why for me, the podcast is just for me to talk. But even our talk is about the balance of both. It's about, what do we dream of happening in Africa? What's the dream? But also, what is it that we need to execute right now to make that dream a reality?